The world of the boys already a chaotic cocktail of unchecked power, corporate corruption, and sociopathic heroes suddenly collides with something stranger, something stretchier. Enter Rubberman, not a comic relief, not a joke, but a true wild card, a terrifying anomaly wrapped in latex and limb. Now, let's get one thing straight. The boys doesn't do soft. It's blood, trauma, exploitation, and grit. But what happens when someone who can be broken walks into a world where everyone breaks everyone else for sport? This is where it gets interesting. We've seen soup after soup in the boys fall under one of two categories. The narcissistic god complex types like Homelander, or the ethically gray rebels like Starlight. But Rubberman, a character whose very body can defy physics, morph into impossible shapes, absorb bullets like mosquito bites, and sneak through cracks in walls would break the game. And not just physically, because here's the kicker, Rubberman doesn't bleed. But he bends, always bends, never breaks. That makes him unpredictable. In a world where violence is currency, how do you control a man who can't be hurt? Not the way Vought likes. Let's build this out. Say Rubberman doesn't come up through Vought. Maybe he's a street experiment gone road, a side effect of compound V1 Vought wanted buried. He's not flashy, not a flying demi-god. Just a man who can slide under doors, snap his arm into a whip, or wrap himself around a moving train and walk away smirking. Imagine him infiltrating the Seven's inner circle not by blowing stuff up, but by never doing what they expect. Homelander punches him, and his fist bounces back like a cartoon. Blackmore slices him up only to find the pieces reassembling. Queen Maeve throws him across the room. He rebounds like a rubber band and drops her midair. He's a slapstick god in a horror world, but that's just the surface. Here's the dark twist. Rubberman isn't a clown. He's trauma with a grin. Imagine the psyche of someone who never felt pain, not even as a kid, who watched his foster family scream when he melted through his restraints. Who couldn't die, couldn't feel, couldn't connect? In a world like the boys, that kind of immunity doesn't make you kind. It hollows you out. So when he starts picking off soups not with gore, but by making them watch their reflection bend, he becomes a philosophical horror. Not the devil, not a hero, just someone asking, if I don't break, why should any of you get to feel whole? It would change the whole narrative balance. The boys' butcher, Huey, Kimiko, they wouldn't know what to do with him. You can't kill him, can't recruit him. He doesn't fight back in the way they're used to. He'd challenge the very mechanics of the world. Turn violence into a question instead of an answer. And let's not even get into what Vought would try to do with him. Marketing disaster, sure, but also a massive opportunity. They'd rebrand him, make him a mascot for child-friendly heroics. Sell stretchy action figures. He'd become Bendo or some sanitized nonsense. Meanwhile, under the surface, he's literally sliding through their security, feeding off secrets, snapping the backs of executives in windowless rooms while smiling like a cartoon ghost. We've seen immortality. We've seen lasers, strength, invisibility. But elasticity in the boys' universe is more than a gimmick, it's a metaphor. It asks, what happens when someone can't be punished the way this world demands? He can't be bruised, but he can bruise others in ways they don't understand. So yeah, Rubberman and the boys, not a punchline, not a Marvel gag. A walking anomaly, a mind game, a mirror. In a world obsessed with breaking others down, Rubberman is the only one who won't break, and that terrifies them more than any soup with laser eyes ever could. So let me throw it to you. Would you root for Rubberman? Or would you run the second he smiled? Drop your thoughts below. Let's debate this twisted idea because honestly, it might be one of the most chaotic hypotheticals to ever hit this universe. Like the video if your brain is bent. Comment if you'd binge a whole season on him. And hey, maybe someone at Amazon is watching. Let's make some noise.